Alright everyone, time for another battery comparison this time around between the iPhone 14 Pro, Galaxy S22, Pixel 6a, and the Pixel 6. We just started, we're like 42 seconds in. Now here's the thing, all these phones have all the apps cut out in the background. They're all basically at 100% battery capacity too, they're all basically brand new. I will say though the 14 Pro's display looks the brightest out of all of them. I don't know if you can tell with the camera, but they are all at their max brightness. So if I go and swipe down on all of them, you can see max brightness on all of them. So they're not on dark mode or anything like that, at least I don't think so. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and let them basically be on their main display, but there is a timeout thing that happens on all these on the Androids, which is kind of annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and play a video for about an hour. It's going to be a countdown video, and we'll check back in every once in a while and see where they're at. I kind of have a feeling my assumption, first of all, is probably I think the Pixel 6 or 6a are probably going to outlast these two phones. But I guess we'll check back in. So I'm going to play a video. We'll check back in about another hour or so and see where they're at. Alright, so it's been about an hour. It's been an hour and 3 minutes so far. And all these phones are at varying battery healths right now. So let me go and hop out of all these. The iPhone 14 Pro is at 94%. The Galaxy S22 is at 90%. The Pixel 6a is at 94%. And the Pixel 6 is at 94% as well. So very, very interesting. We're all at pretty, the Galaxy S22 is the lowest right now, which is kind of expected to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and check back. The 14 Pro is doing better than I thought at this point. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and load up Temple Run 2 on all these with this video playing in the background. So again, none of the screens timeout. And we're going to go and let it play for about an hour or two, and I'll check back in. I'm going to be pretty surprised. Like I mentioned, the 14 Pro's display is the brightest so far. I think you can probably tell over the camera too. So the fact that it's still doing the same as these two is actually pretty great, since considering I've had really good battery life on those two devices. So I'll go and load up Temple Run 2 on all these, then we'll check back in and see where we're at in about an hour from now. Okay, so now we are at that 3-hour mark between all these devices, and they've all been playing the video in the background in Temple Run 2. So let me go and hop out of all these between all of them, and I'm going to be very curious where they're at. So with the iPhone 14 Pro, we are at 74%. The Galaxy S22 is at 52%. The Pixel 6a is at 76%, and the Pixel 6 all the way at the end is at 71%. We were actually at varying battery lives here. The Pixel 6a is doing the best, followed by the iPhone 14 Pro, followed by the Pixel 6, followed by the Galaxy S22 at last place. So the 14 Pro is doing much better than I thought, especially with its display being as bright as it is. So I'm going to go do the exact same thing. I'm going to let them go ahead and play Temple Run 2 in the background again for another like 2 hours, and then we'll check back in, and hopefully there's been a little bit more movement. So we'll check back in like another 2 hours and see where we're at. Alright everyone, we are at the 5-hour and 39-minute mark, and the Galaxy S22 actually died 5 hours and 14 minutes in, which is pretty crazy. I was not expecting that phone to die so soon. If we take a look at the other phones though, we can see that this is actually pretty insane. So the iPhone 14 Pro is still at 45%, the Pixel 6a is at 49%, and the Pixel 6 all the way at the end is at 34%. So you can kind of take a look at it for yourself and see, what's what. So far, the iPhone 14 Pro is in second place, the Pixel 6a is in first place, the Pixel 6 is in third place, so doing worse now than the 14 Pro, and the Galaxy S22, is in last place. So we'll go back to doing Temple Run 2. It's crazy that this phone already died. I was not expecting this phone to die so soon, but it could be because of maybe a beta this phone's on or something like that. I'll go and run Temple Run 2 again, and then we'll just see how fast they die. So we are now at the 8-hour mark, 8 hours and 4 minutes. The Pixel 6 ended up dying at 7 hours and 51 minutes. The Galaxy S22 has been, dead since 5 hours and 14 minute mark. Hopping out of these ones, weirdly enough, on my iPhone 14 Pro, I'm not getting the low power mode or low power options, which is very strange. Usually I do get those pop-ups, but I didn't. On my iPhone 14 Pro, we're at 19%. On the Pixel 6a, we are at 23%. So we're still higher on the Pixel 6a. I will let it run again, the same exact thing for the next 2 hours or so, and we'll check back in. I'm assuming by then one of these is going to be dead, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the iPhone 14 Pro. So I'm surprised the 14 Pro outlasted the Pixel 6 and the Galaxy S22 by a huge margin. So I'm really, really happy about that. We'll check back in about another hour, and we'll see where we're at. So we are at the 9-hour and 28-minute mark, and I think we're going to call it quits here. It's getting kind of late, and these two phones are already dead, so we kind of already know what's going to happen. Swiping out of both of them, we can kind of get an idea where they're at. The iPhone 14 Pro is actually at 4%, where the Pixel 6a is at 8%. So we actually did get pretty, some interesting results here. The iPhone 14 Pro did outlast the Galaxy S22 and the standard Pixel 6, but it still looks like the Pixel 6a is top tier. I feel like the Pixel 6a has a really, really good battery life, and this is just another testament to it. So I will say the 14 Pro did surprise me, did actually do very, very good today, but still looks like the Pixel 6a is going to be the top tier one for a little bit more time. So I do think though with the 14 Pro, with more future iOS 16 updates as things progress, I do feel like the iPhone 14 Pro is definitely going to get better throughout time, but because it is a new phone, also because the display is so bright here, I definitely do think, the Pixel 6a could get a run for its money very, very soon. So in terms of everything, that kind of covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More important than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.